Success begins the moment you control your mind and your thoughts. Success is often misunderstood. Many people believe success comes from money, luck, or powerful connections. However, the true starting point of success is much deeper and more personal. Success begins inside the mind. The moment a person learns to control their thoughts and guide their mind in the right direction, their path towards success truly begins. A human mind is extremely powerful. Every action, decision, and habit starts as a thought. If a person constantly thinks negative thoughts such as fear, doubt, or failure, their actions will reflect those thoughts. They may hesitate, avoid opportunities, and limit their own potential. On the other hand, when someone learns to guide their mind toward positive, focused, and disciplined thinking, they begin to create a life that leads toward growth and achievement. Controlling the mind does not mean suppressing emotions or pretending problems do not exist. It means learning how to respond to situations with awareness and strength. Life will always bring challenges, criticism, and unexpected difficulties. But a person with a controlled mind understands that these obstacles are temporary and can be overcome through persistence and learning. For example, many successful people in history faced a rejection before achieving greatness. Inventors, entrepreneurs, leaders, and athletes all experienced failure at some point. The difference between those who succeeded and those who gave up was their mindset. They refused to let negative thoughts dominate their minds. Instead, they trained themselves to think about solutions rather than problems. Another important part of controlling the mind is managing distractions. In today's world, people are surrounded by endless information, entertainment, and opinions. Without mental discipline, it is easy to lose focus on personal goals. Successful individuals learn to direct their attention toward what truly matters. They create habits that support their dreams rather than habits that waste time and energy. Self-talk also plays a powerful role. The words we say to ourselves shape our confidence and motivation. If someone constantly tells themselves that they are not good enough, their mind begins to believe it. But if they replace those thoughts with encouragement, determination, and belief, they strengthen their inner power. Controlling the mind also means choosing the right influences. The people we spend time with, the content we consume, and the environments we stay in all affect our thinking. Surrounding ourselves with positive and ambitious individuals helps us develop a mindset focused on growth and improvement. Success is not achieved overnight. It is built gradually through daily decisions and habits. Each day provides a new opportunity to train the mind to think stronger, clearer, and more positively. Even small improvements in mindset can create significant changes over time. When a person finally realizes that their thoughts shape their reality, they gain a powerful advantage in life. Instead of being controlled by circumstances, they begin to control their responses and actions. This mental shift becomes the true beginning of success. In the end, success is not just about external achievements. It is about becoming the type of person who thinks clearly, acts wisely, and continues moving forward despite obstacles. And that transformation always begins in the mind. Your life changes when your thinking changes. Every human being has the ability to transform their life, but the starting point of that transformation is often overlooked. The most powerful change anyone can make is changing the way they think. When thinking changes, actions change. When actions change, results change. And when results change, life itself begins to improve. Many people feel stuck in life because they believe their circumstances control them. They may think that their background, financial situation, or past mistakes determine their future. However, history shows countless examples of individuals who completely changed their lives by changing their mindset. Thinking patterns shape how we see the world. If someone constantly focuses on problems, they will notice more problems. If someone focuses on opportunities, they will begin to notice possibilities for growth and improvement. The same world can appear very different depending on how a person chooses to think. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring reality or pretending difficulties do not exist. Instead, it means approaching challenges with a constructive mindset. A person with positive thinking asks questions like, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I improve the situation?" This mindset turns obstacles into lessons rather than defeats. Changing thinking also requires self-awareness. People must recognize the negative beliefs they may carry inside their minds. These beliefs often come from past experiences, criticism from others, or fear of failure. When these thoughts are not questioned, they quietly influence decisions and limit potential. For example, someone might believe they are not capable of achieving success because they failed before. This belief may stop them from trying again. However, if they change that belief and see failure as a learning experience, their entire approach to life changes. Instead of avoiding challenges, they begin to welcome them as opportunities for growth. Another powerful aspect of changing thinking is gratitude. When people focus on what they already have instead of what they lack, their perspective becomes more balanced and hopeful. Gratitude reduces negativity and increases emotional strength, making it easier to face difficulties with courage. Learning also plays a major role in shaping thoughts. Reading books, gaining new knowledge, and listening to wise advice can expand a person's perspective. As understanding grows, thinking evolves, and new possibilities become visible. Environment also influences thinking patterns. Being around negative people who complain constantly can slowly affect one's mindset. On the other hand, spending time with positive, motivated individuals encourages growth and inspiration. It is important to remember that changing thinking does not happen instantly. It is a gradual process that requires patience and practice. At first, negative thoughts may still appear. However, by consistently replacing them with constructive and hopeful thinking, the mind slowly develops a healthier pattern. Daily habits such as reflection, goal setting, and learning can support this transformation. Even small mental improvements each day can lead to powerful long-term change. Ultimately, life is not determined only by external circumstances. The way a person interprets and responds to those circumstances plays an even greater role, and thinking becomes stronger, clearer, and more positive. Life begins to move in a new direction. In this way, the statement becomes true. When thinking changes, life changes. A new mindset opens the door to new actions, new opportunities, and a brighter future. Stay away from negative people, they steal your dreams. One of the most important decisions a person can make in life is choosing the people they spend time with. Human beings are greatly influenced by their surroundings, and the attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors of others can slowly shape our own mindset. This is why the quote, "Stay away from negative people, they steal your dreams," carries such powerful truth. Negative people often do not realize the impact they have on others. Their words may be filled with doubt, criticism, fear, or constant complaining. When someone shares a goal or dream, negative individuals might respond with discouraging comments like, "That's impossible, you can't do that," or "People like us never succeed." Over time, hearing such messages repeatedly can weaken a person's confidence. Dreams are fragile in their early stages. When a person first begins thinking about a big goal, they may already feel uncertain or afraid. If they are surrounded by negativity, those doubts can grow stronger. Eventually, they may stop believing in themselves and give up before even trying. Negative people also tend to focus on problems rather than solutions. Instead of encouraging action or creativity, they highlight obstacles and risks. While it is important to be realistic, constant negativity can create a mindset of fear and hesitation. And someone believes every path leads to failure, they may avoid taking the steps necessary for success. Another common trait of negative individuals is envy or insecurity. When they see someone else aiming for something bigger, they may feel uncomfortable or threatened. Instead of supporting that person's growth, they try to pull them back to a familiar comfort zone. This behavior is not always intentional, but the effect can still be damaging. However, staying away from negativity does not mean disrespecting or hating others. It simply means protecting your mental environment. Just as a healthy body requires good food, a healthy mind requires positive influences. Limiting exposure to constant negativity allows the mind to stay focused on growth and possibility. Positive people, in contrast, offer encouragement, advice, and belief. They celebrate progress and remind others of their strengths. Being around individuals who believe in improvement and hard work can strengthen motivation and confidence. Successful individuals often choose their environments carefully. They seek mentors, friends, and communities that inspire them. These supportive connections provide constructive feedback while still encouraging progress. It is also important to recognize that negativity can sometimes appear within our own thoughts. Fear, doubt, and pessimism can arise internally, especially during difficult moments. Learning to challenge these thoughts and replace them with constructive thinking is an essential step toward protecting one's dreams. Dreams require courage, patience, and persistence. Along the journey, there will always be people who doubt the possibility of success. But those doubts do not have to become your own beliefs. By surrounding yourself with supportive influences and maintaining a positive mindset, you give your dreams the space they need to grow. Protecting your vision is not selfish, it is necessary for achieving meaningful goals. In the end, the people around us can either fuel our ambition or quietly drain our motivation. Choosing the right company is one of the most powerful steps toward turning dreams into reality. A disciplined mind creates a successful life. Discipline is often described as the bridge between goals and achievement. While talent, intelligence, and opportunity can be helpful, they are not enough on their own. True success is built through consistent effort, and that consistency comes from a disciplined mind. A disciplined mind is one that understands the importance of self-control and responsibility. It does not rely only on motivation or temporary excitement. Motivation can rise and fall depending on emotions or circumstances, but discipline remains steady. It encourages action even when a person does not feel like working. Many people set goals in life. They may want to improve their careers, learn new skills, build healthier habits, or achieve financial stability. However, the difference between dreaming and achieving lies in daily behavior. Discipline transforms goals into routines and actions that move a person forward step by step. For example, someone who wants to become healthier must consistently follow habits such as exercising regularly, eating balanced food, and getting enough rest. These actions may not always feel easy or enjoyable, but discipline helps maintain commitment to long-term benefits. A disciplined mind also learns how to manage time effectively. Time is one of the most valuable resources a person has, yet it is often wasted on distractions and unproductive activities. Individuals with strong discipline prioritize tasks that align with their goals and avoid habits that drain energy and focus. Another important aspect of discipline is emotional control. Life can bring frustration, disappointment, and unexpected challenges. Without discipline, these emotions can lead to impulsive decisions or giving up too quickly. A disciplined person learns to pause, think carefully, and respond wisely rather than reacting impulsively. Discipline also builds resilience. Progress towards success is rarely smooth. There may be failures, mistakes, and moments of doubt. However, a disciplined mindset treats these setbacks as lessons rather than reasons to quit. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to learn, adjust, and continue moving forward. One of the most powerful benefits of discipline is the development of strong habits. When positive actions are repeated regularly, they gradually become automatic. Over time, disciplined habits reduce the need for constant effort because the behavior becomes part of daily life. Successful individuals across many fields, business, sports, science, and art, often share a common trait: they maintain disciplined routines. They dedicate time to improving their skills, planning their goals, and reflecting on their progress. It is important to understand that discipline is not about perfection. Everyone experiences moments of weakness or distraction. The key is to recognize those moments and return to the path of consistent effort. Each time a person chooses discipline over comfort, they strengthen their ability to succeed. Developing discipline requires patience and practice. Small actions taken every day gradually shape a stronger mindset. Setting clear goals, creating structured routines, and staying committed to improvement all help build mental discipline. Ultimately, a disciplined mind creates stability and direction in life. Instead of being controlled by temporary emotions or distractions, a disciplined individual guides their actions with purpose. Success is rarely the result of a single moment of brilliance. It is usually the result of many small disciplined actions repeated over time. And the mind learns to stay focused, committed, and responsible. It becomes a powerful tool for creating a successful and meaningful life. Every day is a new chance to become a better version of yourself. Life is a continuous journey of growth and improvement. Every sunrise brings a new opportunity to learn, to improve, and to move closer to the person we want to become. The idea that every day offers a new chance to become a better version of yourself reminds us that personal development is not limited by the past. No matter what mistakes were made yesterday, today offers a fresh start. Many people feel trapped by their past failures or regrets. They believe that mistakes define their identity and limit their future. However, personal growth begins when a person understands that the past cannot be changed, but the present moment can always be used to create a better future. Improvement does not require dramatic changes all at once. In fact, the most lasting progress often comes from small daily steps. Learning a new skill, reading a few pages of a book, practicing patience, exercising, or developing better habits can slowly transform a person's life over time. These small actions may seem insignificant in a single day, but when repeated consistently, they lead to powerful results. Self-awareness plays a crucial role in becoming a better version of oneself. A person must be willing to honestly examine their strengths and weaknesses. Recognizing areas for improvement is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of maturity and courage. Those who are willing to learn from their mistakes gain valuable wisdom that guides future decisions. Another important part of personal growth is maintaining a positive mindset. There will always be challenges, obstacles, and unexpected problems. But individuals who focus on improvement rather than perfection remain motivated to continue their journey. They understand that progress matters more than immediate success. Daily reflection can also help people grow. Taking time to review the day's experiences allows a person to learn from both successes and failures. Questions like, "What did I learn today?" or "How can I improve tomorrow?" encourage continuous development. Environment and people around us also influence personal growth. Surrounding ourselves with supportive, ambitious individuals encourages learning and motivation. Positive influences inspire us to think bigger and work harder toward our goals. Patience is another key element of self-improvement. Becoming a better version of oneself does not happen overnight. Growth takes time, effort, and dedication. There may be moments when progress feels slow or invisible, but persistence eventually leads to transformation. Gratitude also supports personal growth. When people appreciate what they already have, they develop a healthier perspective on life. Gratitude reduces negativity and increases emotional strength, helping individuals remain focused on improvement rather than dissatisfaction. Ultimately, the journey of self-improvement is lifelong. There is always something new to learn, a skill to develop, or a habit to strengthen. Each day presents an opportunity to move a little closer to the person we aspire to become. When someone adopts the mindset that every day is a new chance to improve, they free themselves from the limitations of yesterday. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, they focus on present actions that shape a brighter future. In this way, life becomes a continuous process of learning, growth, and positive change. Small positive actions every day create big success. Success often appears impressive when viewed from the outside. People see the final achievements, wealth, recognition, mastery, or influence, and assume they happen quickly or easily. However, behind nearly every major success lies a long history of small, consistent actions repeated day after day. The quote, "Small positive actions every day create big success," highlights the importance of consistency and patience. Rather than relying on sudden bursts of effort or dramatic breakthroughs, lasting success is built through steady progress over time. Many individuals become discouraged because they expect immediate results. When progress seems slow, they may feel that their efforts are not making a difference. But the truth is that meaningful change usually happens gradually. Small improvements accumulate like drops of water filling a bucket. For example, consider someone who wants to improve their knowledge or career skills. Reading just a few pages each day may seem like a small effort. However, after weeks and months, that knowledge grows significantly. Over time, these small learning habits can lead to expertise and new opportunities. The same principle applies to health and physical fitness. Exercising for a short time each day may not produce dramatic changes immediately, but consistent exercise gradually strengthens the body, improves energy, and supports long-term well-being. Financial success often follows the same pattern. Saving small amounts of money regularly can grow into significant resources over time. This approach requires patience and discipline, but the results demonstrate the power of steady action. Positive habits are the foundation of these small daily actions. Habits reduce the need for constant decision making and make productive behavior more automatic. When good habits are practiced consistently, they become a natural part of daily life. Another benefit of small actions is that they make large goals feel less overwhelming. Big dreams can sometimes seem impossible when viewed all at once. Breaking them into smaller steps allows progress to feel manageable and achievable. For instance, writing a book may appear like an enormous task, but writing a single page each day gradually leads to the completion of a full manuscript. In the same way, learning a language, building a business, or mastering a skill becomes possible through regular practice. Small positive actions also build confidence. Each completed task, no matter how small, provides a sense of progress and accomplishment. These small victories strengthen motivation and encourage continued effort. However, consistency requires discipline. There will be days when motivation is low or distractions appear. Maintaining commitment during these moments is essential for long-term success. Another important aspect is maintaining a positive direction. Not all actions lead toward meaningful goals. Small actions should align with personal values and long-term objectives. When daily habits support larger ambitions, progress becomes more focused and effective. It is also helpful to celebrate progress along the journey. Recognizing small achievements helps maintain enthusiasm and reminds individuals that their efforts are meaningful. Ultimately, success is rarely the result of one extraordinary moment. Instead, it is usually the outcome of countless small actions taken consistently over time. When people understand the power of small daily improvements, they gain patience and confidence in their journey. Rather than waiting for perfect conditions or dramatic opportunities, they begin acting today, taking one positive step at a time. And with enough small steps taken consistently, those actions eventually lead to remarkable success. Control your habits, or your habits will control your future. Habits are one of the most powerful forces shaping human life. Every day, people perform hundreds of small actions almost automatically. These actions, waking up at a certain time, checking the phone, eating certain foods, studying, exercising, or procrastinating, form patterns that gradually define a person's lifestyle and future. The quote, "Control your habits, or your habits will control your future," reminds us that the habits we choose today determine the results we experience tomorrow. Habits may appear small or unimportant at first, but their long-term influence is enormous. Many successful individuals credit their achievements not to sudden bursts of inspiration, but to disciplined daily habits. These habits guide their routines, helping them maintain focus and productivity even when motivation is low. For example, writers who commit to writing every day gradually produce books. Athletes who train consistently improve their performance over time. Entrepreneurs who dedicate daily effort to learning and planning build stronger businesses. On the other hand, negative habits can slowly lead a person away from their goals. Habits such as procrastination, excessive distraction, unhealthy eating, or constant negativity may seem harmless when they occur occasionally. However, when repeated daily, they create patterns that weaken discipline and reduce productivity. One reason habits are so powerful is that they operate automatically. Once a habit is formed, the mind no longer needs to spend much energy deciding whether to perform that action. This can be beneficial when the habit is positive, but harmful when the habit leads to unproductive behavior. For example, someone who develops the habit of reading every day will naturally gain knowledge over time. In contrast, someone who develops the habit of spending hours on distractions may find it difficult to focus on meaningful goals. The good news is that habits can be changed. While it may require effort and patience, individuals have the ability to replace harmful habits with positive ones. The first step is awareness, recognizing which behaviors support growth and which behaviors hold us back. Once a person identifies negative habits, they can begin replacing them with healthier alternatives. Instead of trying to eliminate a habit completely, it is often more effective to substitute it with a better action. For instance, replacing excessive screen time with reading, learning, or physical activity can gradually shift daily routines. Consistency is essential in building new habits. A single action does not create a habit, repetition does. Performing a positive behavior regularly strengthens the brain's connection to that activity, eventually making it feel natural. Environment also plays a significant role in habit formation. Surroundings that encourage productivity, learning, and discipline make it easier to maintain good habits. Similarly, reducing exposure to distractions helps prevent negative habits from forming. Another useful strategy is setting small, achievable goals. When new habits feel manageable, individuals are more likely to maintain them consistently. Over time, these small habits accumulate into powerful routines that shape long-term success. Ultimately, the future is not determined by a single decision, but by repeated behaviors over time. Each day presents opportunities to strengthen habits that support personal growth and improvement. By consciously choosing positive habits and maintaining discipline in daily actions, individuals gain control over their direction in life. And habits are aligned with meaningful goals, they become powerful tools that guide the journey towards success. Strong minds build strong futures. The strength of a person's mind plays a crucial role in shaping their future. Life is filled with challenges, uncertainties, and unexpected difficulties. In such situations, physical strength alone is not enough. Mental strength, the ability to remain focused, resilient, and determined, becomes one of the most valuable qualities a person can develop. A strong mind is not defined by the absence of fear or difficulty. Instead, it is defined by the ability to face those challenges with courage and persistence. People with strong minds understand that obstacles are part of the journey toward growth and success. One of the most important aspects of mental strength is resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks and continue moving forward. Everyone experiences failure at some point in life. However, individuals with strong minds view failure not as a permanent defeat but as a lesson that helps them improve. Another key characteristic of a strong mind is self-belief. Confidence in one's abilities allows individuals to pursue goals even when others doubt them. Without self-belief, People may hesitate to take opportunities or challenge themselves to grow. Developing a strong mind requires practice and discipline. Just like physical muscles become stronger through exercise, the mind becomes stronger through challenges and learning experiences. Difficult situations often teach valuable lessons about patience, perseverance, and problem solving. Positive thinking also contributes to mental strength. This does not mean ignoring difficulties, but rather approaching them with a solution-focused mindset. When people train themselves to look for opportunities within challenges, they maintain hope and motivation even during tough times. Another important factor in building mental strength is emotional control. Emotions such as anger, fear, or frustration can influence decisions and behavior. A strong mind learns how to recognize these emotions without allowing them to dominate actions. This ability helps individuals respond to situations thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Continuous learning is also essential for mental growth. Reading, gaining knowledge, and exploring new ideas expand a person's understanding of the world. A curious and open mind adapts more easily to change and finds creative solutions to problems. Supportive relationships can also strengthen the mind. Encouraging friends, mentors, and family members provide guidance and motivation during difficult moments. Their support can remind individuals of their strengths and help them stay focused on their goals. Patience and perseverance are equally important. Building a strong future rarely happens instantly. It requires consistent effort, learning from mistakes, and maintaining determination even when progress feels slow. When individuals develop mental strength, they become more capable of shaping their own destiny. Instead of being controlled by fear, doubt, or external circumstances, they learn to guide their actions with confidence and purpose. In the end, the future is built not only by opportunities, but also by the mindset used to approach those opportunities. A strong mind enables people to overcome challenges, adapt to change, and continue striving toward their dreams. By strengthening the mind, individuals build the foundation for a resilient, successful, and meaningful future. Success grows where positive thinking lives. Positive thinking is one of the most powerful forces in human life. It shapes the way people see opportunities, handle challenges, and pursue their goals. When a person develops a positive mindset, they begin to see possibilities instead of limitations. This mindset creates an environment where success can grow and flourish. Many people believe success depends only on talent, luck, or external circumstances. While these factors can play a role, the foundation of long-term success often lies in a person's attitude and thinking patterns. Positive thinking encourages individuals to believe in their potential and take action toward their dreams. A positive thinker approaches problems differently from a negative thinker. When faced with difficulties, a negative mindset focuses on obstacles and reasons why something cannot be done. This attitude often leads to discouragement and inaction. In contrast, a positive thinker focuses on solutions and possibilities. They ask questions like, how can I solve this? Or what can I learn from this situation? This difference in mindset greatly affects outcomes. When people believe that improvement is possible, they are more likely to take the necessary steps toward achieving their goals. Their optimism fuels motivation and persistence. Positive thinking also helps individuals maintain emotional strength during difficult times. Life inevitably brings challenges such as failure, criticism, and unexpected setbacks. Without a positive mindset, these experiences can create fear or hopelessness. However, people who practice positive thinking use setbacks as temporary and believe that better outcomes are possible through continued effort. Another benefit of positive thinking is its effect on relationships. People with optimistic attitudes often inspire others with their energy and encouragement. Their supportive nature creates stronger connections and teamwork, which can open doors to new opportunities. Gratitude is closely connected to positive thinking. When individuals appreciate the good things in their lives, they shift their focus away from constant dissatisfaction. Gratitude encourages a balanced perspective, reminding people that even during difficult times, there are still reasons to remain hopeful. However, positive thinking should not be confused with unrealistic optimism. True positive thinking involves acknowledging challenges while maintaining confidence in the ability to overcome them. It combines hope with effort and responsibility. Developing a positive mindset requires conscious practice. Negative thoughts may naturally appear during stressful situations. The key is learning how to recognize these thoughts and replace them with more constructive perspectives. Simple habits such as reading inspiring material, setting goals, reflecting on progress, and surrounding oneself with supportive individuals can help strengthen positive thinking. Over time, this mindset begins to influence actions and decisions. People with positive attitudes tend to take more initiative, pursue opportunities, and remain persistent in the face of difficulties. Success often grows in environments where hope, determination, and optimism exist. And the mind believes improvement is possible, it becomes easier to work toward meaningful goals. In this way, positive thinking acts like fertile soil where the seeds of success can grow. With patience, effort, and consistent belief, those seeds eventually develop into achievements and fulfillment. Win the battle in your mind, and you will win in life. Life's greatest battles are often fought not in the outside world, but inside the human mind. Every person experiences internal conflicts such as fear, doubt, hesitation, and negative thinking. These mental struggles can influence decisions, limit potential, and prevent individuals from pursuing their dreams. A quote, "Win the battle in your mind and you will win in life," highlights the importance of mastering one's thoughts and emotions. Before a person can achieve success in the external world, they must first develop control over their inner mindset. A mind is extremely powerful. It can either become a source of strength or a source of limitation. And the mind is filled with confidence, determination, and hope. It encourages action and resilience. But when it is dominated by fear and self-doubt, it can create barriers that prevent progress. Many people struggle with negative inner voices that question their abilities. Thoughts such as, "I am not capable, I will fail," or "others are better than me," can weaken motivation and confidence. If these thoughts are accepted without challenge, they can shape behavior and limit opportunities. Winning the mental battle begins with awareness. A person must recognize the thoughts that influence their decisions and emotions. Once these thoughts are identified, they can be examined and replaced with more empowering beliefs. Self-belief plays a critical role in this process. Believing in one's ability to grow and improve creates courage to face challenges. Confidence does not mean believing that success is guaranteed, but rather trusting that effort and persistence will lead to progress. Another important aspect of mental victory is discipline. The mind often seeks comfort and avoids difficulty. However, meaningful growth usually requires stepping outside comfort zones. Discipline helps individuals take action even when the task feels challenging. Visualization is another useful mental strategy. Many successful athletes and leaders imagine themselves achieving their goals before taking action. This mental rehearsal strengthens confidence and prepares the mind for success. Emotional control is equally important. During stressful situations, emotions such as anger, fear, or frustration can cloud judgment. Learning to remain calm and focused allows individuals to make wiser decisions and maintain direction. Learning from failure also strengthens the mind. Instead of seeing failure as proof of weakness, mentally strong individuals view it as valuable feedback. Each mistake provides insight that helps refine strategies and improve future efforts. Support from others can also help during mental battles. Encouraging friends, mentors, or family members can provide guidance and reassurance during moments of doubt. However, the ultimate responsibility for controlling the mind remains with the individual. Daily habits such as reflection, meditation, reading, or goal setting can help strengthen mental clarity and focus. These practices train the mind to remain calm, disciplined, and purposeful. When a person learns to manage their thoughts and emotions effectively, they gain a powerful advantage in life. Challenges no longer appear overwhelming and setbacks become opportunities to grow stronger. Winning the mental battle does not mean eliminating all doubts or fears. Instead, it means refusing to let those doubts control decisions or actions. Once the mind is trained to remain focused, confident, and determined, it becomes easier to overcome obstacles and pursue meaningful goals. In this way, victory in life often begins with victory in the mind.